Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another episode in Star Wars: The Old Republic. We are back with Calix Door. It's gonna be a fool to say that name every time. Yeah, we're back with Calix. So we got done doing a few missions for that military man. Got his name. Don't care for it. Even gave out the Flesh Raider's secret weapon to make him stronger. And yeah, I know it might make him go insane, but it is what it is. At the end, at the end justifies the means. And oh wait, there's a trainer here. There is? Oh, that. Okay. Take that. That. Yes, that. Now, what you just saw me do is if somebody dropped one of these hollow statues, they can also be considered as ways to get your training abilities after you level up or reach a certain threshold. Those are kind of rare to get now because I've been well, as far as I know, I don't know where I can get one. If you guys know where I can get one, just let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I can never find one, and those would be so helpful to get my abilities much faster instead of walking all the way back or teleporting on the back. Saves the time for me teleporting between places or just waiting forever. Oh, nice. Anyway, so we're off to meet Master Yuon Par. Let's talk about talk about the missing holocron that we found. Holocron we found with the two like that knows the dark side of the force. Sorry, I just think about some in in the other characters on another Jedi you can also play on Tython. Is the same situation that happens like this similarly? Well, I'm gonna spoil a little bit of it, but in one of the missions, the Flesh Raiders actually know how to use the Force. Cause there's actually two missions I deal with that. One of them, the Flesh Raider has a holocron it uses to learn the Force. You can either just kill him or take him to the Jedi Temple for him to learn. Then another mission is where you end up searching for this kid, and you kind of find out Flesh Raider just kidnapped the kid to teach him the Force, even though the kid doesn't know the Force, but the Flesh Raider doesn't know. So you rescue the kid and just take him to the Jedi Temple to teach him the Force. Also, I'd like to thank for everybody watching. I've seen from the first two videos that everybody's really enjoyed this. And I'm enjoying this myself. I think you guys can tell how how I'm playing the game and how I'm learning it, and just by my overall expression, I'm really enjoying this game. So I'd like to thank you guys for the support, and I hope you keep supporting me onward. But anyway, let's continue.
Padawan, I just spoke to Rana Dalven, the daughter of Kalikori village's matriarch, concerning your visit there. I want you to meditate on what you learned. Such experiences are what shape us as Jedi.
I found the holoprojector, as you asked.
We should check that Rajavari's hologram is safe.
The holoprojector was stolen by a Twi'lek, NR-mrwgames. He'd learned Force techniques from Rajavari's hologram. He was obviously unstable.
A villager? Very unusual. Then this Naylan is Force sensitive. Let's see what he saw.
Activation protocol begins. A few words. Shall this be all my legacy? No. My enemies are long dead. It is time. Hear me. I have left true wisdom behind. For those who follow where the first blade points, from the sanctuary of the Order, all else is fleeting.
My word. True wisdom. Padawan, he's talking about the Fount of Rajavari.
I'm intrigued.
What is this Fount of Rajavari?
After Rajavari fell, sources claimed he created a great archive of his knowledge and teachings. The Fount of Rajavari. Generations of Jedi search for it, finding nothing. The Fount's considered a hoax by all reputable scholars, but we just heard proof.
An untouched archive of ancient Jedi knowledge. Imagine what could be learned from it.
The hologram said, follow where the first blade points, from the sanctuary of the Order. Caleth! The ruins at Caleth. The name means sanctum. It's the remains of an ancient fortress. Evidence suggests Caleth was destroyed in a great battle. Old droids still walk those ruins today, but this first blade is a puzzle.
I can't help thinking Nayland's had much longer to work this out.
We have found several old weapons in one section of Calix. Nothing like a first blade, but a good place to begin. I planned your training so carefully, but the Force has intervened. Finding the Fount of Rajivari and stopping Nayland must be a greater test.
Better than training.
Obviously, finding the Fount of Rajivari is more suited to my talents.
You should know, Padawan. The Council tends to disapprove of such training, but I'll explain everything to them. For now, focus on exploring Calix for this first blade. Call me on your holocommunicator at once if you have any success.
I don't think I never understood why Council just hate sending like powerful Padawans. Yeah, just call them powerful Padawans are like minuscule missions, and like when the big mission runs is like, nah, we just don't trust you. You're still a Padawan. Then everything goes sideways, and the Padawan's like, well, I can either join the Dark Force or fix myself, and 50-50 chance I either just join the Dark side of the Force instead of fixing it, because what's the point? If they fix it up, it's gonna be the same. Because the Senate, the Galactic Senate is gonna always be the same. The Jedi Council. I cannot say cancel. Okay, console. No. What? Okay, the Jedi leaders. There we go. Sorry, I cannot speak to save my life. Jedi leader wouldn't really agree to anything, so it'd just be a repetitive circle. Oh, look, I just realized they added a snowing effect. Interesting. Okay, so here comes a planetary mission. Now, some of these planetary missions, these are the only missions you can get on the planet, obviously, because they're called planetary mission, or / story arc mission of the planet. So you can do this, and it gives a decent amount of XP sometimes. Even though sometimes the amount of XP you get from it is not really worth it. But yeah, so in 9 out of 10 cases, you don't have to do this to get past like your class mission. But there is one case you have to. But you can easily just work around that one case that you have to. When that time comes, I'll show you how to. But we can do this one.
You're Master Yuon's apprentice, right? I've heard how strong you are in the Force. I'm Fia. Padawan Fia. Still have to get used to having a title. I've just started learning about the Force. I've got a long way to go before I'm as good as you.
Stay open to the possibilities, Padawan. You might surprise yourself.
I've certainly had plenty of surprises lately. I still can't believe I'm here. Just last week, I was crowing a garbage scow on Raxus Prime. Then this scary-looking Jedi shows up out of nowhere and says that he can sense the Force in me. What are the odds?
There's no such thing as luck, Padawan. You're meant to be here.
That's exactly what the Jedi who found me said. Say, do you know Master Tillin? He's the one who discovered me. I'm trying to get a message to him. Master Tillin is studying a big mystery in Caleth's ruins. Something about ancient droids attacking people? If you're headed to the ruins, would you give him this holo recording from me? I'd be so grateful.
I can take care of that.
Terrific. I can see why everybody here is so impressed with you. Here's the holo recording. Master Tillin has a small camp outside the ruins of Caleth. Thanks for doing this.
So she's entirely wrong. The Force does work in many different ways. And sometimes it's for people, sometimes against people, or just both. But yeah, the Force can be, it's a complex thing, I should say. Some people consider using it as a way to get stronger. Some people use it as a way. No, I was just stronger on the way. What way can you really use it? Get stronger or help use it guide others down a better path or a dark path. At the end of the day, Force is the Force. It can either hurt you or harm you. Or, in Swtor 2 case, both. If you know, you know.
Suzaneko higa da noila.
Padawan Fia sends her regards, and this holo recording.
Kasuyali koira toekapa kyotopa.
I would too.
Chobod I kafu anchawa. Chopting wampala hagwa doi biska.
Who knows why humans do anything?
Ja koga hutapawada o bambaula. Oi grani tampio dume donkey. Cha kulka dumaji tahus hagwa upa. Crispa doe kanki kunke gupa. Do bataji moi atima.
Are you saying the Jedi's ancestors built this?
Wonka tuske uwana wa. Ki mada tamta chiruli ya? Noe ayuya tia chavupa. Tinka dwana che mai chuba. Hachuna kwabo nuta dubita.
What kind of damage can these droids do to people?
Ja koga hutapawada o bambaula. Ki fa gutai oto India. Ji wom tahumpa mulira watawompa. Ji wom tahumpa mulira watawompa. Kyoto pa bubanda bakawanki. Ne umpi bedwana ni bobo chopa uma. Ne umpi bedwana ni bobo chopa uma. Warawanki wabdaya tukaloka. Kili watabunki donko patoga loda.
I'll get those samplings for you in no time, Master Tillin.
Iliska chanaga bumpa komchinka. Wonka tuske uwana wa. Zuza neko higa da noila. To chananga e ma chai.
Yunales kachananga wachikospa ini kontinka.
The way that the Master Tillin spoke sounded like he was just Jamaican backwards. That's literally what it sounded like. We got to disable 5 robots and scan them. Alright. Well, that's an interesting. You can get a lot of interesting stories from doing side missions. Cause give me thinking. I guess you can't take that. He's been thinking a lot. Like, cause if I remember correctly, I believe that the Jedi and the Sith weren't always split and they were under one group. They took a different path later when they want to learn something different or do things way differently. If I'm not, like I said before in my last, but I'm not really good with history. Wait, I need to scan this robot. Hold up. There we go. I'm not really good with the Star Wars history, especially with as one as complex as this. Well, Star Wars game history, because that's a little bit different from the prequels and stuff like that. What? Oh, okay, lovely. Yeah, but I think that the Sith and Jedi used to just be like one group, and then later split. But if I'm wrong, just let me know. I'm always interested in learning Jedi lore. I'm a heavy nerd, so I enjoy it. As we scan these robots. Come on. There we go. Nope, not again. Okay. Okay. Come. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit wonky trying to pick a character to scan. And it disappeared. That's the force in the balance. It heals you with 10% damage dealt. Please don't take my scanning robot, because you can do that. And it's there were certain cases where you'll be doing a mission and like. So the way this, I'm gonna give you a little game development here. The way the game is built on instances. It's like a layer. So what I'm doing to the robot is like an instant. I'm scanning the robot, and that's one layer. And I scan another one, that's another layer. How these layers have to reset after each time, like it just did to me. But after resets, you got to wait a little bit. Now, luckily, these robots respawn pretty quick. For certain cases, they don't always do that. Also, is that a mission up there? It is. They don't always do that. So sometimes you be waiting for a couple minutes after you get done fighting, and some dude just walks by and takes that object you need. Now you gotta wait for that to respawn. It is what it is. I'm gonna pull and see what that mission's up there is. I gotta sneeze. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, we're gonna do this real quick. This shouldn't take too long. Oh, well. Somebody already got a new mission. Lovely. Hopefully they respawn fast enough. 'Cause I don't feel like moving anymore. Stronger enemies generally take a lot longer to respawn. So my advice is just to run away for a bit and try to A, go find the area they can spawn in. B, just sit around and hope for the best. C, just come back and do it later. In a lot of cases, it'd be C or B. Great. Would it be good? Gather good meat? I don't know. Are you serious? That can also happen sometimes. Sometimes you don't have to fight them. You can just walk by since they spawn in, so the aggro won't be immediately on. In some cases, you don't get that lucky, and your aggro, and they immediately aggro you, and it glitches out because they haven't fully quote-unquote spawned in, so you sit there slapping them for the longest time. So sometimes people might have to come by and help you just kill the character since they already spawned in for other players. And those are some nice people because they know that you will be sitting there for a good minute. Yeah. I guess I could do that kindness. It doesn't hurt much. Conquest. Not looking to do conquest because I'm solo dodo. You can also abandon quests. But you can't always abandon quests, but in most case scenarios you can just abandon quests. There's a few rules to that, a few exceptions to that rule. There's also class missions, flashpoints, because you, in some cases, you have to do flashpoints. I know flashpoints would take you like 50 years to do. I can't scan you. Oh wait, I gotta put. Oh, I didn't realize I need the seekers and not just the regular robots. Oh, everything looks so nice. I'll go back. Go to the Master Yuon first before I deal with the class mission. I like to do the side mission first because it gets everything out the way, and I don't have to worry about anything like distancing itself. Let's say that I got to do the side mission, and I have to go somewhere else that I don't need to be for my class mission. Also, in some cases, your side missions can have missions within missions, and sometimes that mission, the second mission within the mission, will coincide with the class mission.
Cha kulka dumaji tahus hagwa upa. Oi grani tampio dume donkey. Wata botenya nucha nubota. Kitrita nimni tanuv. Kapola kupi de obra. Anquas nimna matasunri. Wonka tuske uwana wa. Zuza neko higa da noila. Tocha nanga e ma chai.
I've never heard of these Force Wars.
Chobod I kafu anchawa. Chopting wampala hagwa doi biska. Grula waska kwa bobana. Chichawa una chichitua. Vifa karibu utachuba naganga. Crispa doi kanki kunke gupa. Do bataji moi atima.
Have fun with
This
that.
is no longer my concern.
Chobod I kafu anchawa. Punyo blasto wonkiti atokonchi. Taiboka dunka wona wanga.
So the Force War. First, I believe that was what caused the split between the. That split between the Force users created the Jedi and the Sith. The one that stayed on the quote-unquote light path, the one that stayed on the quote-unquote dark path. I said quote-unquote because there's flaws in each side of the path. No one is particularly good or evil. You can still be a Jedi on a light path and still be evil. You can be a Sith on the dark, well, quote-unquote Sith on the dark path and be good. It depends what you do with your Force ability and your teaching. It just really depends what you do with your Force abilities. You want to use some evil? Okay. You want to use it for good? Okay.
Show respect. You stand before greatness. The first blade, I guard. It rests with the ashes of its maker, the Weapon Master.
I must take the first blade. The Jedi have need of it again.
The first blade. First Jedi weapon. From this beginning, lightsabers came. Millennia pass. Only hilt of first blade remains. Only disturbed once. Rajabari came. He proved worthy. Permitted to take the hilt. Later, returned it.
Perhaps I could do as Rajavari did.
To take the hilt, prove worthy. The philosophy of Jedi combat. Show understanding. The Weapon Master left challenges. Here in Caliph. Training droids to test his students. Find them. Prevail. The hilt of the first blade waits.
Interesting. Well, first hilt. Now, I'm pretty sure, I believe that not all of the Jedi actually use lightsabers. Come back. Okay. Now, all Jedi use lightsabers because pretty sure they were still using traditional swords, per se. And lightsabers came a little bit after. How much after I'm not too well knowledgeable about that, but they came a little bit after. Maybe around the time the kyber crystals were being more found and be able to be used a little more efficiently and better. Because working on kyber crystals can be very dangerous. One wrong step in the recipe I'm making could easily blow up in your face, figuratively and literally. Get some healing back real quick. I see, I've been giving a lot of like Star Wars galore. Probably should change my channel to like something Star Wars related, but I'm gonna keep it the same. It's about gaming, and you know I want other players to join me. That's why I have it in my YouTube banner. I like to be your guys' favorite player to watch.
Telemetry is received. All droids report your battle performance. Satisfactory.
In that case, I wish to take the hilt of the first blade from here.
Take the hilt. Treat with respect. Fight with honor.
Master Yuon, I found the hilt of the first blade. A proto-lightsaber from someone called the Weapon Master. The hilt looks as if there's data engraved on it.
Of course. The first blade points the way. Rajivari made the legendary weapon itself our guide. The Force is certainly with you, Padawan. Please bring the hilt back to the temple at once. I will look into a way to access that data.
Say, off the record, I would dare please smash Master Yuon Par. Just saying. Just saying. She not that bad. The Force got wonderful powers. Well, wonderful abilities. And some very scary abilities. Which you can also find out by watching my Inquisitor playthrough. Which I need to start back up again. It's been a good while since I last played it. Also, I should mention that in my second video, so you can probably tell the recording is slightly off. I won't say so. You can tell this is kind of off. That is because, so when I record things, I use OBS Studios, and OBS Studios does a thing where it releases an MKV file and remixes to an MP4 file. However, I shut that off and said just record it to MP4 file. But it still remixes it just in case something happened. And something happened. My MP4 file got corrupted. And all was left for my MKV file. So using Adobe Premiere, it does not take that file. So basically what I had to do was take the MKV file, plug it into another editing software. I didn't do no editing to it in that software. I just imported video as I imported video, then I exported it as an MP4 to use to edit in Adobe. That's why the quality looks off.
A flesh raider, baby. See how the Force tests my dedication to assisting the helpless of this world. You did the right thing. Leave him with me. I'll convene the council to decide how to handle this.
So, I hope the same thing doesn't happen again. I'm gonna be pressed. What's my speeding? Oh. Alright, well, I didn't mean to click that, but we're gonna mention this now. So, your combat proficiency. As you level up, you get to unlock certain abilities or certain upgrades as you go through. Now, these lock sections, this is where you get utility points to help increase your ability or add on to the abilities that you already have. So we have clarity, reduce the cooldown of mind snap. Pinning resolve, reduce the cooldown of force stone by 50 seconds, increase the duration of force stone, reduces the cooldown by 6 seconds. Okay, not bad. Intangible spirits, as kinetic energy reduces all damage while taking stun, as infantry and serenity reduces damage taken from aerial attack. Not bad. Lam-Oste? I don't know how to say that. Increases damage while whirlpool. Shadow shelter, mass mind control provides shadow shelter to all allies within range, excluding yourself, reducing damage that you take by 5% for 6 seconds, and heal for 69 health overall. Nerve-wracking target control by spinning kick or force stun, take 5% more damage from all sources. Sorry, strike, double strike, chivalry strike. I'm gonna call it that. Running blow reduces the movement speed of target by reduce the movement speed of target. They take 30. Reduce the movement speed of targets. They take 30% damage for 6 seconds. I know I said backward, but force wave, unbalance the target molten for 5 seconds, direct damage after that into effect prematurely. Let's do that one. Okay. Now I'm gonna see key to look for there. I gotta go see a trainer. Once again, if you guys can find a hollow statue, let me know where to get one.
Hello again, Padawan. I'm glad to see you well. Master Yuon Par, I was there to greet you when you first arrived.
Do you need me for something, Master Sio?
At least he has a sense of responsibility.
This is Master Jarek Kaden, another of the Jedi Council. Yuon told us about NR-mrwgames, the pilgrim seeking Rajavari's secrets. She also claimed the Force is guiding your training. This isn't unknown, but...
Perhaps the Force needed the right person for this task.
There, Sio. Where there's blind certainty, there's arrogance. Yuon should know better. First she welcomes that Trandoshan into the temple, now this? She's getting more unorthodox by the day.
What do you make of Yuon's claim, Padawan?
I trust in Master Yuon's wisdom.
The Council has agreed to accept Yuon's opinion. For now. But I am concerned about the dangers this path is leading you through. Finding the Fount of Rajavari before NR-mrwgames does is important. But so is your safety, Padawan. Be mindful.
Something just popped up. I'll be right back. Pause. Something came up for a bit, so I had to pause and do some things real quick. It's been like a couple seconds. For me, it's been a couple hours, as you can probably tell from the time difference in here. But yeah, let's continue on to see what Master Yuon Par wants already.
Rajavari's hologram proves the same technique existed. Don't you see? It'll resolve that silly debate once and for all. Overexcite? I'm not quite ready to... Padawan. Much longer and we'd have come looking for you. I thought you might have crossed paths with NR-mrwgames again.
Master Sio and Master Jarek met me outside. They wanted to discuss what you said, about me and the Force.
Why are they distracting you? Your task is too important. You said you found the first blade, or its hilt at least. Is it? May I see it? The folds in the metal. The power cell chamber. These are lost techniques. Our lightsabers began here, with this.
I believe these etch marks are encoded information, Master Yuon.
And the interior's been modified too, perhaps to hold more. I deciphered a second clue from Rajavari's hologram. To find the Fount of Rajavari, this hilt must be taken to a cave in the Typhonian Mountains. The hologram says the Founders meditated in that cave. Debated. They became the Jedi Council.
They had no idea one of their number would eventually succumb to evil.
I apologize, Padawan. Kaizen's devotion to the hunt is quite single-minded.
I don't mind. I welcome his help.
Good luck and be careful. The hologram said nothing of what might be waiting in those caves.
Interesting. So we get a Trandoshan as our partner. I believe that's a Trandoshan. Yeah. So let's go back to a trainer to get a speeding pilot skill. The speeder pilot skill. We gonna need that right quick. Not where he is. He's over there. Okay. Alright, let's go get this speed and piloting skill. Makes things go a little bit faster.
A Jedi seeks to improve himself through study. May the Force be with you.
I'll get this out of my space. Okay, that is good. Now, oh, wrong one. Oh, there we go. Alright. Now, getting to places is gonna be much easier to do. Now we got a speeders. Just call them speeders, I guess. Gonna jump down here. And we have a side quest to do. I mean, that we can do. Let's check it out.
The Force is strong with you, but don't think you're invincible. Like you, my Padawan showed great talent. She was strong-willed, thoughtful, such potential. She would have served the Order well, but the Flesh Raiders extinguished her life. I sensed her final moments. Terror, agony, then nothing.
The Flesh Raiders mustn't get away with this senseless slaughter.
Don't give in to anger. There are other solutions. If we understand the Flesh Raiders' culture, what motivates their violence, we may yet forge peace. Unfortunately, our emissaries are met with aggression. The latest team fled, but not before witnessing strange idols in the Flesh Raiders' camp. Do these idols fuel the creature's rage? What do the Flesh Raiders gain from their worship? To know, someone truly brave must examine the idols.
How will studying their culture help us?
Every insight into Flesh Raider society brings us closer to quieting their hunger. But we need aid. Inspect the idols and record your findings. Stare into the face of what they value most, and ignore no detail, however trivial. Once you're done, give the data to myself or Master Wix, my ally in this cause. He's attending to the pilgrims in Kalikori village.
First thing, they wanted to try to learn more about the Flesh Raiders. I can understand why you want to do that, but in some cases, it's not really worth the time or the effort to figure all that out. Because by nature, some people are just, by nature, some species are just violent, no matter what you can do. Wait, why am I walking in places where I got a vehicle? Still a little bit slow, but faster than walking everywhere. So we got the Hunter's Eye, and we got the Flesh Raider fact finding. Just driving through. I like having the vehicles. Also, I can get to places much faster while with the least amount of trouble, because I can drive right by them. 9 out of 10, they won't do nothing to me, or I'll be out of range for them to actually do any devastating attack. However, there are some cases that they can just throw a grenade or something, or like stun me out of the vehicle. Actually, I want to see if we can do a mission. I don't see if there's any bonus mission, but yeah, they can stun you out of the vehicle, so be careful when you're trying to run past people. Generally, 9 out of 10 is most likely a robot that's stunning you out of the vehicle. Okay, so I guess we're not getting no more XP anymore. Well, yeah, we're not really getting XP for killing these vehicles. Oh, we did that one. Oh, it's a bonus mission. Okay. And just now, once you get to a certain point during your like story mission or like class mission, or during your story mission or class mission, you won't get any XP for like super low enemies. So while I'm getting a decent amount for now, once I get to a certain point, it's since I'm already over level 10, it's gonna decrease significantly and pretty quickly. I missed that so hard. A blaster. Interesting. Use the help, right? However, we're pretty close to leveling up, so I might as well. I hate being slowed. Pretty sure the first time looking for the idols, I kinda got lost. That thing at the time it kind of bugged out, and I couldn't tell what was the idol or not. So hoping it doesn't happen again. However, it's been a long time since the game has been updated many times, so I should be fine. Go. Nope. Alright. Don't mind me. It's an interesting idol. That one is in weird places. Ah. We get there again. Okay, I might have to climb. Thank you for that one. You get to climb down and go back up. Yeah, you do. I mount out. Security box there, but probably not good, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Here we go. Oh, well, that didn't work out the way I wanted to. Oh, well, I'm on it. Another note. So, you see, over level, right? There is adjusting ratings. So, since you're over level, it immediately keeps your stats and abilities to 10, or the level cap on that planet. Because each planet that you go to have a level cap. And I've always been told that you want to always go over the level cap instead of being under, because you do a lot more damage. Even though your stats are quote-unquote decreased, your abilities aren't really decreased. So you could hit pretty heavy even if you're where I'm going with this. I lost my train of thought. Oh, you just stopped me. Lost my train of thought. Well, I guess that's just gone now. Oh, you did. You did. I could use it. See what you got. Ah, okay, that's what I meant to say. So each time you go over a level of the planet cap, it says that each stack increases your mastery and endurance power. So you get a lot, you could hit a lot harder and have a lot more health each time you're over level. So it'd be pretty good to keep being over level, or just doing story missions or just side missions like that. You don't have to do all of them, because I played with the Sith Warrior and I did about like half like each side mission I came across, and a decent amount of like other story missions. And I was like a level 56 by the time I got out of chapter 1. So I won't worry too much about it. As long as you just try to stay ahead of the curve by a few levels. Won't matter too much at the beginning, but once you get to like flashpoints and things like that, it's going to matter. Like that. Let's take him out for this speakage. Stop getting stuck. Angle angle. I want to go be in this cave. Wow, I need something stunned. Stop stunning me. Now the reason for me to fight all these enemies, it was so later just in case I have to fight more people, they all won't be mobbing on me. So it makes your life a little bit easier to just take everybody out in some cases. They won't mob on you. But let's look at these strange ruins.
Skuriatun check nakrak kuvientras. Shiverskars patja runur. Lohasan mar kliks tulama. Morta vrapsak doskaskores. Shiverskars.
Sorry, I don't understand what you mean by Jagannath points.
Toshak lumchik patna. Shiverskars. Bizademo yanor forita. Bizademo hargask bakavas. Gurksasek. Outrafels project.
So hunting is how you serve your goddess, this scorekeeper, and increase your status.
Outrafels project. Kliks tulama. Kurkunskala. Dornor basrum. The endekrusk. Zankalis. Morta vrapsak.
It's badly eroded. I can't see anything that might help us.
Navrasisi. Odortikcha. Morta vrapsak. Retas.
It's a place to begin, at least.
Ragosk Brabjagis. Victoskus Zarsk. Varsk Podrak. Organkisk.
Thanks for coming so fast, Jedi. That Flesh Raider stench was making us dizzy.
I was hoping to see Nayland again. We have things to discuss.
Nayland said to wait for you. You've got something he needs. He has to find this Fount of Rajavari to keep defending our village. I'm sorry. You were straight with us. But I have to take whatever First Blade you found in Caleth. Nayland needs it.
I won't give you anything that might help Nayland.
I don't want to do this. But if it comes down to you or my village, I'm sorry.
Rag oras tajaba. Kurkunskala. Orvex Rajo Raunor. Do unskka.
Sorry, Jedi. Search the body when it's done.
Saw that coming a mile away.
Here in this cave, we Founders discussed our vision for the Jedi Order. And I, Rajavari, listened. I listened as they carefully crippled our newborn order, as they argued for mediocrity. It shall not stand. I have laid my plans. With my army made from Tython's true dark sons, I will purge this council of fools while they chatter.
Even with an army, one man challenging the First Jedi Council was no mean feat.
Only my apprentices and I will survive. From Calix, we will mold the Jedi into what we deserve to be. If the hilt of the first blade has been returned, we succeeded, and the future follows the path we left. Follow, Seeker. Follow the path to the Fount of Rajavari. It is time.
Ringhorns Ruk Sark, Rakva Krenok, Lurkikrakshos.
I can make out some of it, but the rest is gibberish.
Yanor Volta, Zademo, Ragorand, Rakilurglex, Nas, Skojarad Mask Osla, Svetod Trangis, Undapolua, Yorskau Pokret, Ganaxlis Check, Jash, Luktar Krivo, Kirben Nas, Gorakrades.
Interesting. We have a map to go to the Fountain of Rajavi, or Rajabed, whatever. Hurrah. Let's see what Master Yuon has to say about this. We could just teleport there. Let me go to the Canary Village first. This is when teleporting comes in handy.
I've studied the Flesh Raiders' idols. Here are my notes.
Pauiror Maglaresesem, Purmatuto Gisafin Grudor Simnyasupa. Ek Farkak Sara Furflastu, Grania Mimi Vravni, Hev Viku Omlibi Arinu. Hev Scam Pimio Helka Tutwerk. Hever Zegnaekio Upflo Kompa.
Oh, one thing I wish they did is like when you do side missions and stuff like that, it shows the effect that the side mission had, like actually had on like, the planet and stuff.
Stand by for examination and suggested
instead of
progress.
just assumptions. So I kind of want to see the result of my labor, but I mean, it's a 2011 game, but they couldn't do much back in 2011. So
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Another mission. I'm gonna stop here. I think I've gone on long enough. You know, I'll make a good video for you guys today. Yeah. We got done taking out some Calix who were trying to help England. That didn't work out. Now we're off to the Fountain of Raja. And then we got this woman, this Twi'lek woman here. And I think she might need some help later on. But I'm gonna stop here. Alright, let's continue tomorrow. I probably should mention I'm trying to schedule a video, maybe 1 or 2 a day. Mostly at minimum 1 to give you something to watch. Yeah, thank you for watching. It's your favorite player, the Gamer Man. I'll see you guys later. Alrighty. Bye. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, bye.